Simon YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Showdown Battles. If you are ready for this, make sure to hit that like button because it is greatly appreciated. It lets me know that you guys are still enjoying this content as much as I enjoy producing it. Today we are starting off our battles with Senpai the Quagsire. He is ready. He's a little dopey. He's a little drugged up right now, but he's ready for this battle. So we're going to head straight into this. We're unfortunately having to use the Showdown tier for our battles. We're going to be playing Eddyno93. So I'm going to let him know that we are recording. And he has the Ninjask, which I've seen as a big threat before now. Darmanitan, that looks like it's going to be a Mega Absol, a Goodra, a Vaporeon, and a Fortress. So, our lead is not Mienfoo because of the Ninjask. I actually want to lead Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat seems like a good lead. It blocks the Fortress, blocks the Vaporeon, blocks the Ninjask. That's my lead. And the Ninjask is the lead here. He is going to most likely go either for a switch. Now I have to be careful here. He's either going to go for a switch or stay in and protect. That is his play. I'm going to have to Volt Switch here. He does go for the protect. I am not getting locked into Trick because that could have been really bad. He could have done whatever he wanted there. But I am going to go for a Volt Switch. He goes for a Substitute, though, and I should break this. No problem. Take out that Substitute. Problem is, what do I want to go into? You have potential to be really fast. Take me out with a flying type move. This is a Pokemon that I just always seem to have a problem with. I'm gonna hit it with a Fake Out and then go back into Rotom. Is my objective. He goes for a Protect, which is fantastic for him. He's getting a ton of good plays here. I do have to go back out into the Sauna though. Is the only thing I've got for this, and he Baton Passes. This is scary. Goes into Darmanitan, so it's got a ×2 speed here. I do not want to lock you in. But what move did you... You miss your Rock Slide. I'm taking that item of yours. Took your Life Orb, so no more of that, and you are locked into whatever move you want. Knowing that you are locked into Rock Slide, I'm simply switching into Senpai, which I take very nicely, thank you. And now I can simply go for a... I want to say Earthquake is the play, but I can go for a Toxic. No, Fortress is Steel type. I can't do that. Earthquake is the best play here. Goes into Fortress. I get a little bit of damage off. He says, that's Senpai though. That's Senpai though. Definitely blocks. Does a lot of... Senpai is a really strong mon. Anyway, Fortress is here. I have to go back out into Sauna. Now, I'm not faster than it. Oh, well, I should be faster than it. I do get... He does get... Boom! I'm too fast for my own words. He gets a set of spikes up. But he's not wanting to stay in here. He might want to, though. He might want to. I can get a powerful Overheat off regardless. He does go into Vaporeon. I resist it, but you know what? It's not bad. It's not all bad. We should be faster than it. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch here, and I'm going to go straight back into Quagsire, because it does wall this thing pretty good. Goes into Fortress as I get a Volt Switch off. My next play You are definitely defensive. Corsage is a bad play. Linus might be the best play. Linus might be the best play. I can fake this thing out, get a little bit of chip damage off, and then either go for a Drain Punch, heal up, or I can go for a U-turn predicting a switch. I know this thing's only weak to fire, which makes it very hard. He keeps switching it in on the Rotom, which makes it very hard to stay in on Rotom. But we'll get a little bit of damage here, regardless on who it is. If he switches out, that's great. He does switch out, goes into Ninjask. I'm going to get a fake out here. As he gets a speed... He does not get a speed boost. Well, I'm predicting him to predict for the Protect, so I'm going to go into Sauna here. He does go for the Protect, so I am now in here, ready to go. And I simply want to go for an Overheat. The Overheat is going to be pretty powerful. Takes it with a Substitute though, which is not good for me. He is probably going to go for a Protect here. But I'm going to go for a Volt Switch anyway. He goes for a Baton Pass. Goes out into the Absol. I'm not too threatened right now. I get a ton of damage off on it, and I can switch safely into Linus. Now Linus is pretty fast. I don't think I'm faster than the Absol, but I can go for a Fake Out. I do not believe his Magic Guard prevents that. So he is down to 18%, which is fantastic. I'm going to go for a U-turn. He goes for a Play Rough and just simply knocks me out. We are going to go into Senpai. And I can't go for a Skull due to the Water Absorb on the Vaporeon, so an Earthquake is all I can do. Goes for a knockoff, gets rid of my leftovers, which is fantastic play, but we get rid of the Mega Absol, so the Mega is gone. Senpai is putting in the work. I don't even care if I win this. Senpai is proving that he's a fantastic leader. I'm going to recover. I know he's going for a setup on the spikes, but there's not much I can do. Not much I can do there. I'm going to go for an Earthquake. He sets up a third layer of spikes. We're taking a lot of spike damage now. That was bad. That was bad play. I got to switch into Rotom here. I have no way to get rid of these spikes, and now we're getting Toxicked. But that I can probably get rid of with my Roserade, so I'm not too worried there. I want to predict the Ninjask. No, not the Ninjask. He's going to expect me to go for an Overheat because I've gone for it twice. So I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. I at least take out the Fortress, even though it wasn't what I meant to go for. Or I didn't take out the threat I was hoping for. I have to go into Corsage. I'll absorb the Toxic Spikes, which is great for me. I don't want my team getting poisoned. But at the same point here, Darmanitan will probably just go for a U-turn. But none of his mons really want to be hit by Senpai. So I'll just go right back into Senpai here. Goes for his super power. Now I'm going to have to go for recover here. He did 35%, and with the attack drop, he got a crit. I think that crit mattered. Senpai, you poor man, you went down. At this point, I'm going to go into Croc. I know you are Scarfed, and I am Scarfed. You are 317, I am 424. Oh, you're faster than me. You are faster than me, and you've been going for superpower this whole time. What have I done here? Oh boy. I have to go into Sauna. Oh, he switches in a Ninjask. This was a perfect play. Well, not perfect play. He might take this opportunity to Baton Pass. So I'm going to Volt Switch. He goes for Protect. I am Volt Switching here, my friend. 100%. You get your speed boost. You can go for whatever you like. You can't go for a substitute. You're just going to have to baton pass into something, and it's not going to like this. I am a Life Orb Rotom. There we go. We got a whole 10%, or 9%. I'm going to go into Alabaster. That's 25% now onto the... Whew. Can he take a hit here? That is the question. I'm going to have to Dragon Dance and see what he does. Dragon Tail, he switches me out! That is not a good thing for me. That, I think, just caught him the game. I think that Dragon Tail got me. This is a great play for him. The Goodra is fantastic because it keeps it. It's so bulky that it just stays in and forces me to switch out on these spikes, and it's gonna hurt me a lot in the long run. I'm gonna go for the Stab Crunch. I did 36%, but he just needs to go for Dragon Tail. I'm going to go into Synthesis, heal up, as I expect the Dragon Tail. Here it comes, and I'm in the worst possible position I could be in. I think that's going to be a GG. I lose more than 25%. Rotom can come in, but it's not going to do much. I can go for a Thunderbolt here. Rotom switching. Oh, I get a Ninjask knockout. I'm surprised on that, actually. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Dragon Tail again. Goes in the Vaporeon. I'm pretty sure I outspeed you. I'm gonna try and knock this thing out. Thunderbolt here. I know he needs to take out my Rotom because it's the only thing that stops him from sweeping with the Dragon Tail. Goes for the Protect as I go for the T-Bolt. Alabaster knocks out on entry. We simply knock out the Vaporeon, which is great. But the Darmanitan is Scarfed, and the Goodra is able to Dragon Tail me out. So at this point, I am unfortunately in a very bad position. I'm going to simply go for a Thunderbolt. He had to go for Rock Slide, but he is Scarfed. I can note that as I go into Corsage. I have to go for a Synthesis here. As he just knocks me out, Alabaster's going to go down on entry. Fantastic game to the to Eddyno93. He played it fantastically. I'm going to switch into Alabaster here. Let him die. Great game. Dragon Tail was fantastic because the spikes, with the 3 layers of spikes that I unfortunately had to let him set up, my team was not able to get rid of hazards. That's one thing I really have to start noticing more in my team building is I need a way to counter hazards. But with that though, that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It may have been a loss, but Senpai put in the work. Everybody was having a good time. And you know what? My opponent played a fantastic match, and it was great. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys tune in for the next episode, because we are bringing Senpai back for 3 more matches. But until then, time out.